Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to install a crochet braid U-part. And what I made it out of was free tress water wave, and this is the remaining hair that I'm going to install for my invisible part. And it's in color 30. The wig is in a color 30 at the top and a color 4 at the bottom. I was showing you the 4, but I didn't even use that today. And so this is how the U-part is constructed. I put it on a netted cap, and I crocheted just like you would crochet in your hair. I put it on a bonnet so I wouldn't crochet my hair, and I put it on my head so it would fit me perfectly. It was originally a half wig, and so I cut out a little part. And if you want me to show you how I made it, I will. It depends on how many people I got, but I pretty much just used bonding glue to make a stronger hold for me to sew the combs onto the wig. What you'll need is bobby pins, which are closed in bobby pins, and then open in hairpins to securely put the wig on. And those clips and stuff are to keep the hair out of the way while I'm crocheting it in. That's my part right there. I braided. What I had was previously a braided updo, and then I just took out whatever. It's something random. It doesn't even matter. All you need is 2 braids to make sure that you can have something to crochet in, and then braids to put the combs in. I don't necessarily have braids to put the combs in, so it really actually hurts if you don't have braids to put the combs in, so I'll probably redo and firm the braid so I can put the combs in. But this is me putting it in so that I know exactly what I need, how much hair I need to cover up whatever's left out. And what I'm doing is I'm tucking in all my braids and stuff, and then I'm putting in bobby pins at the back to make sure it's secure. The combs secure the front, and the bobby pins secure like the outside, just so in case somebody pulls it, it won't fly up to where it's not secure at the back. And bobby pins work better than combs, I think. So this is how it looks without the crocheted invisible part. That's gonna be my part in the middle. I'm trying to adjust to make sure I'm not leaving too much space in between where the hair is going to be installed and where the wig ends. And if you watch YouTube and you're watching this video, you've probably seen a bunch of videos where you know how to crochet, so I'm not going to show too much of that. I just wanted to show that I had 2 braids that I crocheted in the hair, and the rest is a wig. Alright, this is just me showing you how it comes out the pack. Out of the pack, it comes in a long 22-inch water wave, and you just cut it in half where the rubber band is. And then you'll have like these little straight pieces left over, and you just cut those off because who wants to have straight ends when the rest of the hair is curly? I didn't really have hair scissors, and I really didn't care too much because this is the old wig, so I didn't want the new pieces to look as neat when the rest of it looks kind of raggedy. Soon I'm gonna pick it out and make it into a straight afro, but this I just needed it real quick, so this is my second time installing it as the U part. So this is me showing you I have 2 different size hooks. One I use for lace fronts, but today I'm going to use the smaller one for the smaller pieces in the front, and then the larger one for the larger pieces in the back, to make sure I don't have a big hole for the little pieces in the front. Alright, so in this section I am showing you how I separate each individual strand that comes out of the pack. And what I do is, usually there's a little piece that comes off automatically, and I just save those to the beginning or to the front of the braid, and I use those for the front. And then I separate the rest equally and use those for the back. Right now I'm going to crochet the 2 individual cornrows that I have out. I'm going to crochet them together to make a closure piece, and so that the part won't be so far back, I'm going to crochet them together. Right, and you just saw me, I looped it 3 times. And throughout this video, I'm going to be doing different methods. It's just whatever I feel like. If you watch different videos, you'll see people loop it once, loop it twice, loop it 3 times, pull off a strand and knot it. It really doesn't matter, because with curly hair, it pretty much stays. But it just depends on how I want the knot to be. If I want it to be bigger to cover up a bigger amount of space, I'll knot it 3 times. If I want it to be smaller and I want it to be straight, I'll loop it once and then I'll knot it once. Meaning I'll pull off a little strand and then I'll tie it around a larger strand, which you'll see. And it's hard for me to explain, but you'll see what I mean. See right here, there's a few that I've knotted once and I've knotted twice. Well, looped once and looped twice. Try to get those, just try to explain them differently. But I looped them once and then I looped them twice, and then sometimes I'll loop them 3 times. That one I looped once. And this one coming up, I looped 3 times. You can see the difference. And then what I'm going to do right now, you'll see me scratching at the parts to make it blend better. It's because they're pretty spaced apart, but I want them to look like fuzzy, like it's my own part. So when I get closer to the front, this is when I start knotting. I'll loop once and then I'll pull a strand off and I'll knot it with the thicker strand. See? Right here I knot it to make it look smaller, and then I'm also starting to use the smaller hook and smaller pieces for the very front. So this is me finishing up the other side, and here's the part in the way. And because it's so curly, you can't really tell the knots, but I still pull it over a little bit. I shook my head, but it's really not secure. I need to add more bobby pins. I only had 2 in the back, so I pull it around head and that stuff. Well, those are hairpins actually. So this is the final look. And what I did was there wasn't really any mousse in there, but I got mousse and I put it on the part to make sure the little fuzzies weren't all around it. This is my first time seeing the back, so here you go. You like? Make sure you fluff that hair, girl. Thanks for watching. God bless.